They're both ready. I'm going to start the countdown. Hope everyone's enjoying their night. This is a Monday night. Not much else going on except for Day 9's Fun Day Monday, which will start in about 35 minutes.
Hey, Fun Day Monday tonight. I thought he was taking a little bit of a break to go to some concert in San Francisco.
Yeah, he's visiting his friend, Tristan, I guess, is what he said on Friday, I believe.
I know. I think
Thursday?
He was going to a Blue Sky Black Death music concert, so I don't know. We'll see. Up in the top right, we do have Frozen Gaming's legend, a very good player.
That's right. In bottom right, we have a Protoss player who took out a Zerg player last game. His name is Thor. He is a pink Protoss.
Very good play from Thor last game. I did not think it was going to go very well for him, but showing that he does have what it takes to take an 8-gate Phoenix all-in and make it work. Going for the Gateway Expand probably in this game, I would be very surprised to see a 4-gate or any sort of 1-base play from Protoss, as their strength lies in the late game, as opposed to the Terran, who is very good defensively early on. I've seen tons of games, at least from the MLG brackets, where or the MLG showdowns to qualify for their latest tournament, where Protoss players would just do some sort of late game play, absolutely roll the Terran. Terran looking to go for probably a CC first. I love this decision. Protoss going for that 12 gateway. And a 13 gas, or 14 gas rather. I like this decision. You definitely can't just go gateway and then Nexus. We saw a relatively economic opening last game where Thor decided to go for the Nexus first against Zerg. So I would be surprised to see him not do an economic opening in this matchup as well, given that it is a large map. The CC first going down on 15. We will probably see a barracks right away. There it is. Followed by what I would assume will be a gas geyser. Maybe a second barracks, although I would be a little surprised to see that.
I think one of the reasons why this map is considered a little on the iffy side, number one, if you notice, if you turn the map any direction, 90 degrees, you get the same map. Okay, so it has what you call 90 degrees symmetry, and that means that in these positions, the positions that they spawned in, the Protoss third base is closer to the Terran base. So that means their third base is a little bit vulnerable to where the Terran has spawned, and I think that's what the complaint is, or at least what I see as a complaint for this map.
Yeah, definitely. I think we could definitely, based upon that, see some Protoss 2-base play. At least when you're a Zerg player, you can kind of take a more awkward base right there if you're going for a mutiling style, because you want to expand away from your opponent anyways. However, as a Protoss player with a slower, large army, you really want to be just right up close with all of your bases. I'd like to see Terran open a little differently than this. I like to see gas play from Terran and then into the Widow Mine, because a very strong play from Protoss right now is the Oracle. We see no tech building down right now, but I would assume Stargate play. Maybe Robo play with the earlier Nexus, but Oracle is just such a powerful tool, especially pre-stimmed Marines, and even after stimmed Marines, because Marines are very weak against that sort of play. But we see a Mothership core coming down. We see a lot of unused gas from Protoss. He may be going for some sort of pressure, throwing down 2 more gateways at the moment. Still no tech building. This is really interesting. Oh, 4 gateways. You may see an all-in. You see that Protoss has a lot of supply unused right now. You also see this proxy pylon. So I think we'll see some Mothership core pressure and maybe an all-in. Although, with that said, he continues to chrono boost out probes.
Yeah, this is just, you know, this is like, now this Terran, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but the Terran only scouted at, you know, after the Protoss was scouting, and so the Terran knows where the Protoss is, but I don't think the you know, it's like it's like that position in the game right now. We're almost at the 7-minute mark where you know, a little shady about what's about to happen.
Yeah, Legend did scout, or did scan and saw one of the gateways, which immediately makes Thor cancel one and throw down a robotics facility. He cancels the pressure that he was going to do, I would say rather intelligently. You can see Legend just making a wall in front of his supply depot, or in front of his bunkers, and throwing down that Widow Mine. I think it's a great position for Legend to be in. He just canceled off some pressure with barely knowing about it, and he is in a significant economic lead, being that he has mules, 3 mules at the moment. Throwing down that third CC, the third Nexus for Protoss, is not even up yet. I think we're definitely going to see some later gameplay now. I'm wondering what Protoss will end up going for. I mean, he's going for Colossus right now. Is he going to go for a 2-base Colossus play? Is he going to go for a 3-base play? I'm not really sure yet. It is only the 8.5-minute mark, but at this point, I would be looking out for some sort of all-in as a Terran player. And you see the gateways coming down. So I think this is going to be this can't be anything other than an all-in. You see that I believe Thor is very fond of 8-gate all-ins, following in the footsteps of his hero Huck. Very interesting to see this 8-gate Colossus all-in this time. Previously, we saw an 8-gate Stargate all-in. Very interested to see what we'll see next game from Thor, assuming he wins, which, you know, may not happen. We see Terran with a very entrenched position, just being defensive with those siege tanks. I think 3 siege tanks are definitely enough to kind of sway away a Protoss all-in, although the Colossus is a very powerful siege tool as well.
Yes, he can position that Colossus and almost outrange those tanks, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think that he could put his Colossus over here a bit, and then maybe snipe some of the tanks. Maybe fight just one of them at a time.
You don't need to ping the map. They can see the ping too, just so you know.
Oh, they do see the ping?
Yeah.
I was not aware of that. I apologize.
Alright, here comes the Protoss in right now. Looks like he's going to put up a little pressure on the front of this base. Look at all of these tank Cs. We have 4 tank Cs. We have some Hellions that are there also. No, our 5th tank joins the fray. We have some Vikings in the air. So a mech-style Terran here against this Protoss.
Seeing the Vikings must be a little scary for Protoss. Also losing that Observer, never a good position to be in. 5 tanks, 2 bunkers, several Marines outside of those bunkers, 6 tanks joining the fray, and then some Vikings. I think Terran is very, very prepared for this. Having a 30 supply advantage, I don't see this working. Thor is definitely going to be out of this game.
So you don't like this idea of the Protoss pressing the front of this Terran base, huh? Is that what you're saying?
It's fine, I guess, but if you look at the investment in this attack, it's not very good, considering I think he could have done way better scouting the defensive position that Terran is in, and getting out of there.
Yeah, if you look at the minerals spent on forces, 39.25 to 33.75 as far as the minerals go, but the Protoss has spent way more gas, 2,075 gas for the Protoss here so far in this game.
You see Terran having 63 SCVs to the 48 probes of Protoss. this does not look very good. Just starting his 2 forges 13 minutes into the game.
Wow.
You can see that he has no upgrades right now.
We have
losing
negation.
a Colossus.
Yep,
losing the Mothership Core instantly.
Oh my, no slow time. No slow time for the Protoss right now. No Mothership Core on the map. He's going to need those slow time for those Vikings.
Probably going to lose this hurt Colossus when the fight ensues.
Oh.
But he is just pulling back. This is the better decision that he can make, but this Colossus rally. If Terran realizes that this Colossus is rallied over here, nope, moving back. Good decision.
Caught it just in time, getting his Colossus out from the middle of the map. We were just discussing that in the DayWalker chat yesterday about how some players misrally their Colossus, and it just makes you cringe when you see that. Yeah, for sure.
Well, here's the interesting thing. Thor has 3 Colossus, and he's getting up Templar. So even though he's in a relatively horrible economic position, his Templar Colossus could bring him back into this game. He can chrono out 1-1. I'm interested to see the Terran's upgrades. Is he even upgrading his units? No, Terran not abusing his ability to get upgrades this game. Could end up hurting him, but he is going for a large attack right now.
He's on He's on 1 armor Vikings. He's on 1 armor tanks with 0 on the attacks. By the way, guys. So
Storm is done. He has about 3 storms, I believe, to his disposal.
Look at this position by the Terran. He's catching the Protoss totally off guard here, but Protoss are going to lose this right now.
Oh, beautiful storms, though. Fantastic storms, but I just don't think that it is enough.
Yeah.
So many tanks, so many Vikings just ripping through the Protoss army.
Oh my goodness.
And you can see right now the lack of economy from the Protoss just not contributing immensely to this battle. The tanks rolling in.
Man, that he walked up that high ground and just surprised the Protoss completely.
You can see not even 1 tank falling in that final battle. 4 SCVs were being produced at a time. 3 tanks. Transitioning into Zealot, Archon, Immortal with the money that he had. But in losing this 3rd base, in losing these probes, Terran being on a fantastic economy with 1,000,000 command centers, I think will very easily come into this game.
Ouch.
We see meth from the Terran, which is a little interesting. It definitely helped him roll that guy. Thor, are we still in best of 1?
Yes.
I think so. Kick, GG, well played. Man or mules in the end. Oh, GG. That game really shows you just